Hey, it's Pokaie. In today's video, I want to go ahead and take a look at every single weapon that's going to be introduced in Sizzle season and kind of throw my own 2 cents in the ring of just like what I want to see for their kits for the season. Now, a lot of these kits that I've created today are not only built off of the speculation that we have from the trailer, you know, that we have gathered around on Twitter and stuff like that. It's also gathered from the previous kits from the past games, because a few of these kits were actually in a previous Splatoon game. We're in Splatoon 2, so I went ahead and kind of reworked them a little bit. But starting off though, we have the Big Swig Roller Express. Now, I don't think we even saw this in the trailer at all. We only saw the card of it for the table turf card. We know of its existence, we just don't know what it has. Personally, I kind of want to go along the line of saying that it's going to be a support weapon similar to how the normal Big Swig is, because the normal Big Swig right now with Splash Ball and Ink Vac, it's a very supporty type weapon. So to kind of follow along with that, I've given it auto bombs. That way it has a bit more defense to it, more offense really, and cooler. That way you can still support the team, you know, because Ink Vac, while it was it's an okay special, it's mainly a team supportive one. I feel like giving it a more team supportive one with cooler couldn't be that bad. Moving on though, we have the custom blue sculptures. Now this is a little inspired from the actual kit that it had in Splatoon 2. In Splatoon 2, it had a Splat Bomb and Ink Storm. However, the normal VDS already has Splat Bomb on it, so I don't think they'd give it to it again, just because that's not how they do things. But I do think giving Torpedo would be a small benefit, you know, give something destructible, but give it a very good sub, and give back Ink Storms. I think Ink Storm was a pretty decent thing for the weapon. It was pretty healthy for the weapon. Not sure how this performed like the current state of Splatoon, but I could definitely see this being in the game. Moving on, we have the H3 Nelson Nose D. Now this is heavily inspired from its Splatoon 2 kit. Splatoon 2, it had Suction Bomb and Ink Armor. However, obviously you don't have armor in this game, so instead I give it the sort of like armor substitute that's in 3, which is Big Bubbler. Honestly, I think this kit will very much help it be defensive and supportive for the team, and it just kind of helps out overall. I feel like this helps out more than Ink Armor did. Well, nowadays it has to, because we don't have armor anymore, but I think that does definitely help out. Moving on though, we have the Heavy Splatling Deco. Now, for this weapon, I kind of decided that Splatling is a very... It has the potential to be a very aggressive weapon, right? But I feel like its kit at the moment kind of holds it back, you know, because I think Sprinkler, Wave Breaker, well, it isn't that bad. It can't really let the weapon thrive all that much, but I think giving it Point Sensor will help balance out the weapon itself with the main weapon, and Super Chump will help it be more aggressive. So that way, if you wanted to, you could combine Super Chump and Point Sensor together. That way you're not only tagging your enemies, seeing where they are, but you're also doing some sort of damage to them or just applying pressure regardless. I think that could be very helpful for the weapon. Seeing as we don't have any weapons in the game right now that have Super Chump, something here has to have at some point, so I think giving it to Heavy might be the logical thing to do. Next though is the Rapid Blaster Pro Deco. Now this again is based off of its Splatoon 2 variant, which I think had Splash Ball and Ink Armor. There's a lot of weapons that had Ink Armor in Splatoon 2. Anyways, so yeah, so it's kind of based off of that one a little bit. Obviously, like I said earlier, with the H3, the Ink Armor substitute for Splatoon 3 is Big Bubbler, so I went ahead and gave it that. Moving on though, we have the Splatoon Wiper Deco. We got a little glimpse of it in, I think, somewhere near the end of the trailer, and I'm pretty sure it has a 75% ink consumption for its sub, which isn't that good. So, meaning that it has something very ink hungry, and I think as far as I'm aware, the only ink hungry thing I could find was Beacon. I mean, Beacons isn't that bad. I'm just really hoping it'll get fizzy. As someone who's like got a force on a wiper recently, I was really hoping it'd be fizzy or like curling even, but like, I don't know, Beacons isn't that bad. It could be better. It's just, I don't know. Obviously the V Wiper is gonna be a lot better than Deco if it does have Beacon, but for special, went ahead and gave it Trizuka. That way it could be a little bit more offensive, you know? Because this Wiper, you know, if it does have Beacon to it, well, that's gonna obviously make it team-oriented. Wiper, it can be, but it's very hard. To give it more of like a selfish play style, I went ahead and gave it Trizuka just to balance things out. Moving on though, we have the Anarchy Splattershot Nova. This is another weapon we didn't see in the trailer at all, but actually wait, no, I think we did. I'm pretty sure we did in one of the shots showing off the League Battles mode, which I just want to point out real quick. Apparently Challenges is League. It's just League, except every now and again you'll get special little modes, which I think is fine. Anyways, Anarchy Splattershot Nova, from what I know and from what I saw from the trailer, it might have Burst Bomb, which if that's the case, that's pretty good for the damn thing, because right now I think it has Point Sensor Killer Whale, which isn't that bad, but it's a mainly assist heavy weapon, so to give the thing some sort of, you know, potential to kill and like it'll pop off off like how the Forge Pro and other pros do. Went ahead and gave it burst, so that way it counteracts the Nova's kind of really bad RNG shots, and give it a wave. That way it can combo the two together and, you know, perhaps get off a combo or something like that. And it's just giving it something to be more offensive and aggressive, really. Because I feel like the Nova really wants to be aggressive. It's just that the kit Nintendo gave it doesn't really allow it to be, which really sucks. Moving on though, we have the Tenacerilla umbrella, a new umbrella, admittedly. I based this one partially on a Splatoon 2 variant. Splatoon 2 did a splash wall, but I do think that giving it something with a bit more aggression to it could be more fun, to be honest. I think it had curling bomb launcher in the second game. Obviously, since we don't have bomb launchers in this game, gotta give it something throwable, so Ultra Snap will do. All right, finally, for like the last bit of the like sort of like, you know, new variant kits, we have the light Tetra Dualies. Now, they showed it off quite a bit, and I'm not gonna lie, it looked like it had Sprinkler for a sub. This is all speculation. They didn't actually throw a sub. It's solely based off of the ink tank consumption, but it might have Sprinkler. Admittedly, if it has a Sprinkler, then that means it's going to be based off of its Splatoon 2 variant, but that also had curling bomb launcher. So in order to help it be more aggressive and to play into that Tetra Dualie play style, I gave it Super Chump, but that way it can not only, you know, get better ink coverage, and it also allows you to push up more. And honestly, I think Super Chump for Tetra Dualies wouldn't be that bad of an idea, since the weapon can kind of quickly get into the middle of the Super Chump special, and it'll help it be more aggressive as well. But we have come to the last two weapons on this list that were introduced. First off, we have the brand new Paintbrush. Now, I went ahead and just used the Octobrush model, so we don't have one here on the weapon generator site, but looking at the ink consumption line, it seems pretty heavy. I'm not gonna lie, it seems pretty heavy. So I think it'll end up getting Sprinkler, if anything, which I'm hoping it does, because that way it balances out the strength of the weapon. Because I think right now the Paintbrush is a 3 to 4 shot weapon, I believe. 3 to 4 shot weapon depending on your range. 4 shot, maybe 5 shot depending on how far away you are. But considering the weapon is very slow and heavy, I do think giving it something like Kraken would definitely play into that sort of Paintbrush naming, you know? That'll definitely help play into it and help it be more aggressive, you know, have it kind of stay on a roll, similar to how other weapons like Machine and Splash are, where like those weapons are just able to steamroll, you know, and just keep the momentum, really. But, you know, that's what I got for Paintbrush. And finally, we have the S-Blast 92. I went ahead and used the basic blaster model for this game. We don't have that model in the generator right now. We didn't see much of the weapon that much. We didn't see like what it could have in terms of sub and special. Obviously, you know, they didn't show off any subs or specials in the game, in the trailer. It did also seem pretty ink heavy too. Not that much ink heavy, but like sort of ink heavy. But I think if anything, going off my own speculation, I think giving it Curling Bomb and Inkjet wouldn't be a bad idea. I've already seen some people call this weapon the ball points of blasters, mainly because it has a learning curve, since the weapon does have 2 different firing ranges, depending on if you're jumping or if you're standing. So it kind of plays into that, you know, and help it be more aggressive as well. Curling Bomb to help it get into the map, or get into mid more easily and to help out the team more. And Inkjet, that way it can be more aggressive. Honestly, I think that could be fine. Honestly, I think that could be fine. You know, Ballpoint has Inkjet. Why not give the Ballpoint a Blaster's Inkjet? You know, that kind of just makes sense. But that is all I have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the new weapons. I'm definitely excited for the Paintbrush, so no matter what kit it gets, I'm gonna be excited for it. I've heard some people say it's like an easy weapon to play, but honestly, I don't think we should say anything until, you know, we get the season in our hands. But you know, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments below. We do have a goal going on right now, where if you guys are able to get the channel to 700 subs before, I think, the end of June, I will wear a maid outfit and do a cooking stream live. So if you guys want to see big number grow bigger, subscribe. All right, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.